and we're recording this at such an amazing time chronologically. You are about to embark on such an amazing journey. We connected. We've been, talking back and forth. And you said, I've got this project coming up. I can't tell you much about it. You contacted me earlier in this week and said, like, look, I'm leaving on Friday. Today is Thursday. I said, this week is crazy. I don't have time. I had a cancellation. We made time to do this. And it's the eve of an incredible journey you're going on. Can you share with us, like, what do you have going on?
Oh, Casey, it's just, again, I won't cry, but you can hear my voice. It's just such a gift. It's such a gift that we're going to go. And again, I'm going to add this in. When I was a little girl, my grandmother was miraculous. And again, God placed her in my life for a reason, just like with my dad and everything. She lived in Africa. And she lived with a tribe in Liberia for 2 years and another tribe in Nigeria.
Wow.
She taught there. And when she would come home, I would just sit at her feet and just, Grandma, tell me stories. And she would talk about them. And I would just in awe because she would tell about their food and how they lived in their huts. And they had nothing, but they were so vibrant. I saw her slides that she would come home with. They were just so beautiful, so beautiful. And my whole life, I've always wanted to do the same thing. I wanted to go and live with them and learn from them, because I said that to Grandma and I said that to my dad. I said, between the animals, the wild animals, and these people who live so naturally, we can learn from them, because we don't know. We don't know how to be humans. We don't know. We're just like these robots are told by those that be in the health community and all these things that think they know it all, how to live and how to be human. And we don't. We've forgotten. And we're designed to grow, to be outside. We're designed to run. We're designed to climb trees, people. And this is truly, I say this to many of my clients. If you can't pull yourself up onto a tree, because in the old days, that would have been our survival. If we were being chased by predators, we would have had to climb a tree. And so if you can't, and you just ask yourself, am I fit to be human? Am I a fit human? Can you run? Can you sprint fast enough to save your life? And I know people nowadays, oh, Suze, you take to an extreme. No, I don't. I know I'm a little extreme. My thing is, but if we can't run, that's what our legs are for. That's what our feet are for. If we can't pull ourselves up and pull our weight and hold our weight, there's something wrong with that. And so that's always my goal, is to teach people we have to be human. And so now I'll go back to, so now with my grandma, I feel like she's on one shoulder and my dad, he's on my other, because they're both. And so we're going to take them tomorrow. I'll be heading out. And Case, do you want me to show the slides to show?
Yeah, absolutely. So for the listener, just like the episode that we did with Dr. Chris Knobbe, we're going to do a slide share. So I would definitely recommend going to YouTube to find this episode. We'll also link it in the show notes so you can see it. The visual cues are just so amazing to be able to see as well, just like it was with Dr. Chris Knobbe, to show all the different graphs of how seed oils are potentially affecting things a lot more than sugar and carbohydrates. And now we are looking at a slide that says Pacific Islands Research Expedition 2023. It's so exciting.
Oh, Keith, it's so amazing. So these are the islands you can see. Oh, Phil says, hold on, Keith. I don't know if I can go back. Yeah, I can go back. All right, so these are the islands, and as we go through, I'll show you closer up of them. But this is where we're heading to. So we're heading to the Pacific Islands, and so tomorrow I'll be flying out from Syracuse. I live in Syracuse, near Syracuse, New York, and up near Canada. And so I'm flying to. I'll be flying first to Atlanta, and then to LAX, and then from LAX I have like a 16-hour flight to Melbourne, Australia. That's where
my goodness.
Chris is there right now. And so I'll be there on our Saturday, but it'll be Sunday there. So I'll meet up with him. And he's with Dr. Rod Taylor right now. So I'll be with both of them on Sunday.
We just hosted Rod a few weeks ago.
Yeah. So I'm excited to be with them on our Saturday, but their Sunday. And then Chris and I will fly out the next morning And we're going to be heading to, I'll just kind of toggle through things here. This is real quickly what we've just talked. This is my dad, and he's holding 2 of the cubs, fox cubs that we
Wow.
had. And yeah, and this was me when I first brought home my
Look
first
at you.
little Susie, and I was so
Haven't aged a day.
okay. And so here are our travel plans. All right. So if you look over here, so this is where I'm starting up here in New York, and then I'll fly to Atlanta, and then I'll come over here, and this is where I'm going to in LAX, and then from LAX I'm going to go all the way down here to Melbourne.
Wow.
And that's where I'll meet Chris, and then from there we're going to fly from Melbourne. Now, a lot of our trip is just flying, because to get to these small regions we're going to, there's not a lot of flights that go there. So we have to
sure.
unbelievable flights. So then from Melbourne, we're going to fly over here to Bali. And then from Bali, we fly to Makassar, over here, right here in Indonesia. And then from there, we fly to over here. It's called Jayapura. And that's in Papua New Guinea. It's really like over here. You can see it's not really quite. It's still in Papua New Guinea, but they call it Papua, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And then from there, so this is more of a city, kind of a region, kind of, if you call it a city. But again, everyone who's watching, we will be trying, if we've got cell service, we will be trying to, I'll try to do some live Instagrams. I'll try to have videos and pictures wherever we are, so that you can kind of follow along on our trip and learn as we go. But we're gathering and collecting data. So then from Jaipura, we're going to take a small little plane up into the highlands, and we're going to go up to Wamena. And that is right here where this little guy is, right here. And
Wow.
so, and that's where the Dani tribe, or the Denai, I'm not sure, we'll learn how to correctly pronounce it when we're there. That's where they and we're going to spend about 4 days with them. And I'm so excited. Okay, it's all the questions and all the things I wanted to ask, and I was asking my grandma, and we're gonna go, and we've got a guide that's gonna take us, and they're gonna teach us so many things, and they're gonna teach you all the same things. And I don't want to tell you what they're gonna teach us, but these are special requests that I've asked, that hopefully that they will come through for us. And it's just so exciting, case. And then from there, oh fiddlesticks, hold on. And then from there, we fly back to Jaipura. And then from Jaipura, we will fly back to Bali, over here. Then, I believe, because there's so much flying, we fly back to Brisbane, over here in Australia, to try to get to where we're going. Now, a lot of these flights are 10, 15, 12 hours, and then we've got then we've got 5 or 6 hour layovers. So it's just to try to get to places. It's unbelievable, but it's worth it.
Well, this picture shows the scale. Like, you can see America, and I know how long it takes to fly from where I live in Salt Lake to Atlanta. It's like 3-4 hours.
Yes.
It's like nothing compared to the South Pacific. You're flying a ton down there.
Yes.
You're gonna have so many frequent flyer miles.
So it is amazing. But we're on all different airlines I've never heard of before.
Of course.
But a lot of them are little tiny things, just little hoppers to get us from one place to another, because some of these islands are so tiny that they even have a strip of land to land on. Is amazing. And so then, of course, we're going to be going to the Solomon Islands, to Honiara first. Well, after Papua New Guinea, that region, which of course we'll talk about a little bit. I'll show you some more slides for them later on. Then we're going to Honiara, and I believe that one's right here. I actually have these labeled. In Honiara, that's the Solomon Islands. Now, Honiara is like the city region of that, and so we'll be spending time there. Now, what we're going to do, Case, is because people think, well, what are you going to research? We're not going to be doing lab work like we will be doing in the future coming up. We're getting our feet wet. We're trying to figure out how to do all of this and what we have to do to orchestrate the massive study that's going to be coming up. And this all costs so much money, Case. This is costing us a fortune, and we are so grateful for the people who have donated money to help us afford this trip. And so, but we're still putting our own money in, because it's so expensive. And we just want this to come to fruition. We want it to come to truth. And so what we're going to do is we're not taking blood work. We're not taking adipose tissue. We're not doing, sampling where we're doing double food plates and freeze dry them and send them off to our labs. That's coming up. But this one, what we're going to do is we're going to meet with the tribes, and we're hoping to see that they're still pristine in their health. And we're hoping to see that that seed oils and processed food have not infiltrated them yet. In my studies for this, no, I'm kind of a little leery. There may be some that's getting there. But what we're going to meet with the tribes, and then we're also going to go into their kind of cities. They're not really cities, but what they would call cities, where they do have stores and they do have access to what we'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Some saying, oh no, it's just still coconut oil. It's still coconut oil. Seed oils have not gone there. We will not. We'll know. So that's what we're going to go. So we're going to go to, and we're going to speak with the native tribes, and then we're going to also speak with their cohorts who are now living not as ancestrally. And so we want to see what's going on. And that's what we're going to be compiling the data this time. We're going to go into the restaurants and ask what they cook with. We're going to look at their food, going into the stores, see if they've got all the bottles of seed oils, and do they have all the processed foods with the packaging. And we're going to talk with the people and find out how are they doing. And Chris is very much the same way. When I'm with the native tribes, I will be asking if I can, look in their mouths. I was studying dentistry at one point. I wanted to be a dentist. And so I would love to see what's happening in their mouth, because I think our mouth it's the beginning of our digestive system.
Absolutely.
That's how your mouth looks and how your teeth look really does tell how your health is. And so I'm hoping you let me see how and I want to see the width in their mandible and everything that we know. If you're eating ancestrally, it's going to be, you're going to have a wider jaw. You're going to have room for all of your teeth. You're not going to have your wisdom teeth removed. So these are the things we're going to be doing, and keeping a lot of records of what we're seeing, a lot of photos, and then to prepare us for when we start to travel to like Tanzania, so we can go and spend time with Maasai and the Hadza, and we can go to Costa Rica, all the places that we've talked about, the Inuit, all of these people we can go and stay with and learn from them.